And today we are going to be looking at two other applications. The one is where we manage our recordings. It's Microsoft Stream. And the other one is Forms. And Forms is actually where we do we have the ability to create online tests or quizzes or exams. And we can then have our students complete that online. Okay, so I think let me just first start off the session by just some house rules. The session today is 2 hours long. We will be taking a break in the middle. So, everybody can just pop out for a coffee or something. So first we'll address Stream, and then after the break we will look at Forms. What I do want to mention, and I'm just going to quickly share my screen for those purposes, just for navigation purposes. If you want to communicate or if you want to ask a question, please, it's an interactive session. You are more than welcome to do so. Just for navigation purposes, if you scroll to the just below the Microsoft Education virtual training sessions, you'll see there is 2 little icons over there. Those are the participants. Then we have the chat function. If you click on the chat function, pop up on the right hand side and you are able to type a message or ask a question. Super easy. I might not be seeing them real time if I'm presenting, but we will get to them. Next to the chat function, you have the emoticon function. There you can give me a thumbs up, or if you want to ask a question, you can raise your hand, all right, just for demo purposes, and then put down your hand once you're done. And then we're not going to look at breakout rooms today. We did that. But if you navigate more to the right, you'll see there's a little video camera there. That's where you put the video off and on. And then obviously everybody is currently on mute. So if you do put up your hand, you want to ask a question, remember to unmute yourself. Okay. Right. So as a recap from last week, do we have any questions or any concerns, anything with regards to the session we had last week? Any questions about teams, classes, calendars, anything like that before we jump into Stream? Okay, so I'm going to just proceed. All right. So, sorry, someone want to say something? Not good. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to look at the application Stream now, and to demonstrate what Stream is, where you find it, and how you use it, I'm going to go into my demo environment. And my demo environment is specifically a school's environment. So I'm going to share that wonderful place that we call our online portal, and you can get to your online portal through any browser and just typing in office.com. So if you type in office.com, that's the magic URL. You type in office.com and you will be taken to your online portal. As I mentioned last week, you as a educational institution, you qualify for the free Microsoft licensing for students and lecturers. So this portal is available as soon as you've signed up for a Microsoft account and it's been set up for you. You'll get a username and password and you can access it from any browser. You are also welcome to download all the applications to your mobile devices. You just go to your Play Store and your App Store and you can download Teams, Stream, all of that and access it, all the content by using your username and password. All right. So this is my office.com. If I navigate to the top left-hand side, there are those 9 little dots. That is your hamburger. And if you click on that, all of your apps that you have as part of your subscription will appear there. So if you don't see the apps on the bar on the side, on the left-hand side, a good place to go is just clicking on the 9 dots and then going to all apps, and all of your apps will be listed there. All right, so what we are going to look at today is the application called Stream. And Stream is basically the place where your recordings and your videos live. Um, it's not necessarily the physical place in the internet where it lives, but it's where you can do things with your videos and your recordings and also manage it better. Sorry, I just let someone in. Since my team is also on the call, if I can ask them to also just allow participants or attendees as they are coming into the call. All right, so Stream is the place where we can work with all our video content. So last week we really looked at, when we are having conducting an online class, we looked at how we schedule that online class. We looked at our calendar, how we can schedule that online class. And then we also saw, well, if we press the record button on the class, it will make a recording of the class. And that recording can then be found inside the chat section for where the students can also go back and look at the recording. So definitely found inside the chat section with the attendance report. So you can actually see on the attendance report who has joined the class and for how long. So it's very nice information to have, especially with remote learning when you can't physically see your students, or maybe some issues with the video, what have you. You can always see the attendance report, who was attending the class, and then you get a link to the meeting here, or the class in this case. So where I'll go now is I will just go to the last session that we had, which was, I'll just take this one as an example. So when obviously the recording will not be complete until you stop the recording and it's uploaded. So it will display the way this one is. Meeting recording has started. That's what will display until you have stopped the recording, because it's still in progress. But once you have stopped the recording, and now we must just remember it's video, it's quite large, it will take a couple of minutes, maybe a bit longer, depending on how long your class was, to actually show that the recording is now ready for use. So you can direct your students to the chat section. They can go there for each class that they've attended. The recording will sit there so they can see that. But you can now also, because it's not always easy for students to navigate between all their different classes, and they, now they have to search for recordings, and it can become painful for them. So what you can do is from this chat section, you as a teacher, you can actually go and open the recording tab. So where all of our recordings live, they live in a place called OneDrive, and OneDrive is your cloud storage. Okay, we will have a session on OneDrive in the coming weeks, so we're not going to focus on OneDrive for now, but it is handy to know that this is your storage space in the cloud where all your documents live and where your recordings also live. So the link that you see in the chat, will actually redirect you to a OneDrive folder. All right, it'll take you to a OneDrive folder, and you will then there see this is your recording. Now, this was done this way for multiple reasons. Is we don't always want everybody that was in the class. We don't always want everybody that was in the class to be able to download the recording. All right, you want them to view recording, but you don't want them to download it and maybe share it with someone else. I mean, it is at the end of the day, the classes that you give as part of your schooling is the intellectual property of the organization. So it's for security purposes. The students will not be able to download the recording from the chat. They will not even be able to open it in OneDrive. That's something that the teacher will have to do. You can then open it in OneDrive, and from here you can do a lot of things with this recording. You can now share the recording. So at the top left-hand side, you'll see that you can share the recording. You can copy a link to the recording. You can download it, you can delete it, or you can copy it to. So you can copy it to a specific Teams or a specific class that you have already set up. You can copy it to that class specifically to be available for them to open it in OneDrive. And you can also then next to the copy to button see if there is any version history, if any changes have been made to this. What is very nice about this from a security point of view is when you do the sharing, and you click on share next to the send link, there will actually be 3 little dots. And from here, you can manage the access to the recording. This is just the recording raw and not edited. Maybe not so ideal to do it this way, but you can share the recording and indicate who can have access to this recording. So this recording I have set up so anyone with a link can view, and I can copy that link now, and I can now go into my Teams channel. Oops, sorry, wrong button. Oops. Okay, and I can now go into my class, and I can actually go and send a message to my class. So I'll, for example, say, this is the Inquirers channel, and here I can say, here the link to the video or the class. I can do that. What will happen now, as soon as I've added everyone here, as soon as I've added people at the channel, everybody with Teams will get a little red tick in their activity button that an educator or a teacher or a lecturer has posted something for them, and they will be made aware, and they'll be able to click on this link. And by clicking on the link, they will get access to that recording sitting in OneDrive, to that class in OneDrive. Like I said, this is not really the perfect way to do it because you can't really do much with that recording. It's just sitting there. And that is where Microsoft Stream really starts to play a role. If you really want to manage your class recordings in a structured and organized way, that is when you start using Stream. All right. So I'm in my classroom environment here. I have not actually uploaded a video. So if this video was now sitting here in my recordings of my OneDrive, I can download it. I'm not going to do that now because it's going to kill the internet line, but I can download it and it will then go and sit on my computer under downloads. It will sit on my computer under downloads, and then I can upload it into Stream again. All right. Now that might seem a little bit like a cumbersome thing to do. Why would you download it and then upload it? Remember that if it is your class, it's the educational institution's intellectual property, you have full control over that. As the teacher that made the recording, you have control over it. You don't want your students to be able to do all of that and upload into your Stream channel or share links. So it was set up that way so that you can control how video content is shared and downloaded. So once we have downloaded our recording from our class onto our device, you can also copy it. I'll show you how to do that later. But once you have downloaded it onto your device, you now go navigate to the Stream application where you can actually now really start to work with your videos. So there is a home section. If you just go below Stream, there's home, and then there's a discover section. The discover section is where we can do things like search for videos, search for channels. So discover, just another word for search, and search for people, search for groups, all of that. That's what you can do under discover. There won't be really anything now because this channel is empty, but the more videos you have and the more channels you've created, the more content you will have in when you search discover. Next to that, we have the My Content section, and My Content specifically relates to my content. Me as a user signed into my Stream application, this is what I have visibility on and what I have control of. All right. So here, if once we've populated it under My Content, I'll be able to see all my videos. All my videos I'll be able to see there. If there are different groups, then the videos can be grouped. And then this sounds a lot like YouTube, and it is because it is a lot like YouTube, you have different channels, okay? Similar to what you have in Teams. We looked at that last week. We have different channels within our Teams. We also have different channels within Stream. Now, we're wondering, why don't we just use Teams for all of this? And we can make the two talk to each other, but you might have videos that you want to make available to other teachers, other lecturers, maybe admin staff, and then they are not part of your class. So it won't help if you post the video here. Only people that are part of your class will be able to access the video content that you post from your Teams class. So in that case, it's nice to use Stream, where you can organize and assign different videos to different channels. All of your classes, all of your meetings in the educational world, we call it classes, but meetings will be organized under the meeting section. So every recording that you are making over here in Teams, you will be able to see under your meetings or classes section. You'll be able to see that here. And then there's things like watch list. People can add you to a watch list if they want you to. If you're following a specific list, then you can be added to a watch list. And then your follow channels, if you are following any channels, and obviously your recycle bin. The rule of thumb when you've deleted videos is they usually stay there for 30 days. That's the general rule, unless you have a policy set up for it to be different. So just a word of warning, this is a cloud service. If the video has been deleted and it's sitting there for a period of time, you don't recover it, then it will be permanently deleted. And no matter how many calls we log with Microsoft, it will be gone. So just be cognizant when you delete your videos. Okay, so that's the My Content section. Then you have a Create section. So with Create, here you can now start to upload your video. You can upload a video, you can create a group, you can create a channel, or you can do a screen recording or video. So if you are having maybe not live classes, but you prefer to make a video to upload for your class to view, then you can also do it using a Stream. So you can record or screen, record screen or a video. Very handy. So if you just want to have a talk with them, explain something about a certain subject or content, you can do this by recording screen or video. Very nice. So for demonstration purposes today, we are going to create a channel, and we are going to call this channel Maths. Maths, let's just call it Maths. You can also add a description. You can do tags, you can do a lot of things, but in general, you'd say first semester maths classes. Obviously, this can be tailored to anything, and it's good to put a description in, because when you search, when people search for videos, the system will use those descriptions and the name to narrow the search for people. So if you've got students that are now using or wanting to go and look at recordings, then they can actually search, or other lecturers can search by using the tag words in the description and in the channel. All right, so I'm busy creating a channel, and I'm going to now indicate what the channel access will be. So you can either make this channel available to the entire organization. So you can make it this channel viewable by everyone that is employed by your organization. If it's company-wide content, something that is a memo or something like that, you can do that. Or you can have a group channel. And for a group channel, you do need to have a group set up. So then you can search for the group and you can add it. So maybe as a precursor to that, let's quickly, just for demo purposes, set up a group. Okay. Second. Oops, there we go. So now we are going to set up a group, and we're going to call this Maths. What happens when you set up a group? It even gets its own email address, and then again, mathematics option, more the better. Okay. And then you'll see here just below it, it says edit. And here you can indicate the privacy settings, which is very important. So the privacy settings will only approved members can see what's inside, or if it's public, then it means anyone in your organization can see what's inside. So you don't necessarily want students from other classes to be able to see your recordings, so that would be pointless. So then and if it's for a class a recording setup, then you would select private. Then you can also see there's a little tick box here which says allow members to contribute. If you want the members to make comments, like it, subscribe, watch, all of those wonderful things, then you need to allow all members to contribute. All right. So now I'm going to create my group. Okay, and then I need to just indicate, oh, I need to add members. In this instance, I'm just going to add the whole company. Come on. Okay, so. Sorry. Oops. Apologies, my. See. Okay. In general, you will be able to add the whole company, and then you have created a group. Okay, so this is now your maths group, and I can now from here upload my videos as well. So there's, as usual, many different ways to skin a cat. You can obviously, when you do the uploading of the video from the plus button here, upload video, you're able to allocate it to a group or to a channel. But once you've created the group or the channel, you can also upload the video directly into the group or channel. So now I've created a group for maths, and I can now create a channel. So again, I'm going to call it maths. Okay, and then again, group channel. I can even upload a custom image if I want to, and that's really nice. If you do want to do that, add some nice pictures, which you can just upload. Let me just do ads, anything there. So we just for purposes of explanation, now we've got a image that we've uploaded, so it can be content specific. You could have made it pluses and minuses or equations or anything like that. And now we have actually created that. So just for navigation purposes, when I am in my group, just here at the top where it says welcome to maths, on the right hand side there is a more actions button. So from here, you can manage spotlight videos, you can edit the group, and you can delete it. All right. So there are some of the settings that you can do. You'll see as it starts to populate the group, you'll get the heading, and then with the description, and it tells you that it is a private group. It tells you that. All right. If I go below the black bar, then I'll see there's highlights. Because we've not done anything yet, there won't be any highlights yet. But here I get my video section, and I can now browse to upload a video. So here I can browse to upload a video, but you'll see here on the right hand side, there's another handy button to upload a video, because obviously that's what people mostly want to do in streaming, is upload videos and work with video content. So they put the upload video easily in a easy to find space everywhere. And then if I navigate next to videos, I'll see that now my channel that I created is now appearing underneath this group of mine. All right, so now I have a group, I have a channel, I can follow the channel from here. When I'm on my channel, once again, there's the three little buttons at the bottom where you can edit it, delete it, and also share the channel. So now you can share this channel. This is the direct link to the channel. You can copy it, and now you can go to your class, and you can go into your class, and you can, at where in the post section, remember now, if it's a different class, you've got different channels for different classes, and you want to do specifically in the mathematics channel, then you can go and add this specific channel now into the mathematics class. And it's super easy for the students then to find it, because you can add it either to the top with a plus button, or you can send them the link when you are typing them a message. If you want them to know about that you've posted this channel, then obviously it's a good idea always to use the @ sign, and we'll say @maths. So here our stream channel for our classes. Okay, so you can go and now paste it in there. That's one option, but that's not really the best way to do it, to make it most accessible for the students, because here they need to actually go to the message to go and click on the link. If you want to make it super accessible to the students, you can either use the plus button at the top of the Teams um, uh, post section. There's a little plus button next to the full test, and here I can actually go and look for my stream application. And once I have my stream application, I can now put that specific channel into this class for my students, and they can then easy go. You copy paste the URL, there it's popping up. It's my maths class, the tab is maths, and save. So now as you are making your recordings or conducting your classes in Teams, you are uploading them for the students afterwards, instead of the student having to go into post and going to look for it, or going to chat and going to look, where was this recording of this specific class? You can now actually go into the Teams class, and you can add that channel for them. So now whenever they go in there, they can see maths, the channel for all their video classes. They can see it here at the top, which makes it super easy for them to find and go and find the recordings of the classes that they've attended or not attended. So if they've missed one, they can go and find those recordings there. So what we'll do now is just also for demonstration purposes. If I go into my maths channel now, I'm going to go now and I am going to upload a video. So I will go to my maths channel, which is in my maths group, and I will go and upload a video. So I'm just going to upload a super short video because I don't want to kill the internet, but I do want to show you how it works. So I will find a super short video. Let me just find it. Okay, this should be a really short one. So now it's going to ask me to select a default video language. All right. This is very important because another wonderful thing that Stream does is it allows for a transcript. And I'll show you that a little bit later. It allows for a transcript, which is just super fantastic. But you do need to tell the machine, in this case Stream, what language are the people speaking. Otherwise, if the system doesn't know what language is being spoken, it doesn't know what to translate from. So here, if I indicate it's English, and then it can now start uploading my video. So now I will see an upload window here. There are all the details here, meeting the name of the class, for example, the description, then the video language so that we can enable the transcripting and captions. And then here you'll see there's also a permission section. So here I can share with specific people. But remember, if I did share this to my class, then those people in that class will be able to see that channel. And you can indicate if you want more people or more channels. So here I can go and indicate maths. I'm sorry, I'm creating things live now, so it's taking the system a while to pick it up, but you will be able to add that video to a channel, although we are now already putting it in a channel. That's a little bit unnecessary to do it again. And then here we get the options section. So you can allow comments to be on. You can indicate if you should be have noise suppression on. Very handy if you are making recordings from home and you've got the kids screaming at the back. It really does help. And then also the auto generate captions. You click that if you want to have captions auto generated. And then it is a matter of publishing it. You have to publish it to make it available. So now it says published. Again, from here, I can share this video, the link again, or the that I can copy paste into my class specifically. I can share from here. Okay, so now if I go back to my channels, you'll see there's my math channel. I go into my channel and it's busy still uploading my video there. But once it's finished publishing and uploading, then I'll be able to see all my videos here, and my my students will also be able to see it in the tab. I've pinned a stream tab with a specific channel where all the videos and the recordings will then live for my students to access. Okay, so that's basically in a nutshell how to add videos into a channel and add it to your class for easier viewing. What I just want to show you before we take the break is what you can actually do when you are in stream with the videos. And for that, I'm just going to navigate to our stream, because I've got quite a few more videos there, which I can show you, whereas my demo class environment doesn't have that many. So if I go into our stream, then you're able to see quite a bit more, because we use it quite extensively. And just to give you an idea of you know, how it works with actually working with the video content itself. When I'm in stream and I go to my videos, for example, I'll be able to see all my videos, but I can also see all my channels, and I can also see everything from my meeting. So here in the meeting section, your class recording will definitely live. But for demo purposes, once you have got the video that you want to see, I'll just navigate to this one and I open my video. This is basically what it will look like. All right. And here I can do quite a bit more with my video than I can do in Teams or in OneDrive. So this, as an example, this is just a video that we, a group session or a meeting that we had at SALT one morning, and we made a recording of it. So now what you'll see, really nice, to the right-hand side, you'll see a transcript there. And remember, I told you we need to indicate the language if we want the system to be able to translate the transcript or populate the transcript. And this is what it then gives you. And what is super amazing about this is that now the students don't have to listen through the whole video. If they know the teacher was saying this or lecturer was saying that, for example, if I type in, oopsie, sorry, telecom here, it will now take me to the minute and the second in the video where this word was used. So instead of searching the whole video and watching the whole thing, you can now search the whole video by using the transcript feature, and it is super amazing to do it that way. So now you have a transcript. You can even put the editing on or off, so you can edit it, because obviously this system is still, I can go to this one just for demo purposes. This one, this guy's name is France, but they picked it up, the system picked it up as France, the country, because the system hasn't got a lot of exposure to the name France yet. So if there are small errors in your transcript, you can actually even go and fix them. And that makes it really very flexible and easy for the students to do the searching and have the correct content being searched. Okay. So that is what your video will look like. If you see your main video, at the bottom of the video, there's a little play button. We all know that. We are used to that. We've got the sound button. Then you'll see there is just at the other edge of the video on the right-hand side, there is the two little C's. This is your caption. So you can now turn captions on and off. So I don't know but it happens to me quite often, and I hate some of these social medias where the video just plays. And now, you didn't expect it to just play. This makes it really nice for people who are in an environment where they don't want to hear the sound, but they want to understand what was said. So then they can turn on and off their captions, and without having sound or available to them, they can still see what was said while the video is playing, which is really amazing. Next to the closed caption section, you have your settings section. And here you are able to set up some of your settings. You can indicate the playback speed. I do this usually with training. I make it faster than it really is. Then you get the content, but it's fast. Again, you can set up the captions and subtitles. And then the quality you can set up, or you can report if it's got an issue. Stream also allows for you to watch it in theater mode. So if you have a class recording and the teacher can't be in that class that day, but the kids are there, when kids are back in class, but teacher is not there, she can actually record the class at home, and they can display it in theater mode in the class. Now, obviously, if they have screens in the class. But yeah, that's basically around the video. Below the video, you'll see we have the details section. So in the details section, you'll have the name of the class or video or recording, when it was published and by whom. Here it tells you that this was published for the whole company to see. 13 people have watched it or viewed it. 2 people have liked it. And again, I am able to here share the video. So here I can share it with a link. Same way I did earlier, I can share it via email. And here I can say now, if I want to share it with a specific person or with a group, I can share it directly from here, and it'll pop up in their inbox. I can also add it to a watch list. Remember, we said we have the ability to have watch lists. So if I add a couple of videos to my watch list, that's what will populate. Again, similar to YouTube, if you add to watch list, those videos will be on your watch list. Okay, here you can like or unlike the video. And then the 3 little buttons, you can really start going into quite a bit of settings here now. You can see which groups or channels it's linked to. You can add it to a group or channel from here. Here you can update the video details. So if you forgot to indicate which language the video should be transcribed from, you can still go and change that after the fact. So after the fact, you can go into the details section, and here you can change the name, change the description, and again indicate the language. You can here indicate permissions, so who allow everyone to view this video, only certain people. And it goes very granular, because remember, owners are the ones, the person who made the recording or the video is the owner. In this case, it was me. I have the most power, so I can download, I can do all of that. But if I don't want other members to have all of those rights or permissions, then I remain the owner. So here it says the owner makes the corresponding viewer an owner, can view your video, edit information about your video, and change who can access your video. If you make a Microsoft Stream group an owner, you're allowing the contributors of that group to edit information about your video and change who can access it. So not a good idea. Not a good idea to make anyone, besides those people that need to be an owner. Okay. Then on the right-hand side, we can download the video, replace the video, and delete the video. If we look at the top, download, replace, and delete the video. And remember, if you delete it, it'll be there for 30 days and then gone. Under options, I can indicate if the comments must be on or off. I can even download the caption file from here. So I can now download the transcript, which is really fantastic. So now Okay, I'm just going to open it with Notepad for now, but now I can actually download that entire transcript, which is really fantastic. Okay, and then you can add subtitle files and once again share. I'm not going to apply any of these right now because we're just doing a demo, but that was just to give you an idea that if you do need to make changes, if you haven't set up your video permissions or anything like that correctly, you can do that by going to update video details. Okay. From here, you can trim the video. So I might not like it having the first section of this. I want to delete that. So I can now delete it like this. So I can make it shorter. I can make it longer, just as I like. And then I can click on apply. Apply is at the top left-hand side. The warning, this part you removed on the timeline will be permanently deleted. If it contains a form, manually adjust the form to match the video. So I can now actually edit that video of mine. All right, so I'm applying that. Okay. Okay. Oops. There we go. All right, so now it's being trimmed and it will be ready soon. So it's just trimming it on the back end, and once it's available, you'll see now that it's already shorter than it was in the previous view. So from the three buttons again, we can now also replace and delete and download. Only the owner will be able to do a lot of these things. Remember, as we said, you also don't want the students to delete the video or replace the video or even maybe download the video. So only the owner can do that, and that's the person making the recording. Then at the bottom, you've got view settings. From here, you can hide your transcript or put yourself in theater mode. And that is basically it on the video. You can, from the top again, the home will just take you to your home place. Discover is where you want to search. Content is my content, where I can view my recordings, my videos, my channels, my meetings, my match list. Create, this is where I can upload videos. I can even do a live event. We can do live events in stream now, in Teams now as well. So a live event in stream is if you just want the live event for inside your organization, for your colleagues and maybe your students, or just a subsection of them. You can do a live event. And I think we have a session scheduled later in the month to look at live events and webinars, but you can do that out of Teams. And that link can basically be shared if it's like an inauguration or a where certificates are being handed out and things like that. You can actually do it now that you can paste that link on social media. So there's a lot available on that, but we're going to talk around that a bit later in the month. And then obviously your search function. Okay, and that was it for stream for today. We have 2 minutes left, and then we're going to take a 10-minute break for everybody to stretch the legs, grab a cup of coffee, and then we will reconvene again at 3:15 for the session on forums. Before I let everyone take a break, can I ask if there are any questions from the floor? Questions from the floor? Nothing? Okay, so in that case, we'll see everybody again at 3:15.